Hi, everybody. Joe here. Happy spring to everyone. As you can see, I've got my forsythia in the background here that I picked out of the yard. And the forsythia has always been a really hopeful flower to me because here in Minnesota, with our long, cold winters, the forsythia is the first sign of spring. It's the first flower to bloom. And I was just like, oh, here it comes, summer, our 2 months of summer in Minnesota. um, and so, but it's interesting as I reflect on the long winter. Winter it looks like a time of death or a time of nothing happening. And in fact, a lot's always happening in the plant life and nature that's preparing for the next season. It's invisible, we can't see it, but a lot's moving. I know, like in February, the buds on the oak trees here turn red in the middle of the dead of winter. And I always wonder, why do the trees look red? My dad said, well, those are the buds already coming. So the plant is already sending up sap and it's already beginning the process of spring. And as soon as the temperature reaches a certain point, all of those buds will turn into leaves. And during this time of our winter, this lockdown, this uh, way us human beings are adapting to this invisible virus that has impacted all of our lives. Not just some of our lives, all of our lives have been impacted by this. And for a lot of people, this has been a time of great fear, loneliness, frustration, anger, dealing with a lot of uncertainty about our economy, about our health. Is it going to get me? And some people, like myself, my dear little niece goddaughter, just found out yesterday that she has the coronavirus and she's in very ill health. So it's starting to hit home. But the forsythia is our human spirit. It's that part of us that remains hopeful and optimistic when we're in a state of what I would call mental health of resilience. And so today I just want to talk a little bit about this lockdown we're in, this winter of the human creation that we're in. Because this is a time, for me, it has been a time of great reflection. It's slowed my life down so much. I wrote a book called Slowing Down at the Speed of Life and another one called Slowing Down at the Speed of Love. But I'm finally starting to really realize the depth of what that means, because our lives have been slowed down tremendously. And that, if you don't understand where your experience is coming from, that can be frightening, it can be boring, it can be anxiety producing, it can really affect our mental health. But when we understand the nature of how we create our experience, and that's what my website is all about, that's what my life's work is all about, is educating us, the people, of how our mind is this powerful force of creation. So we're part of nature, in a sense. We're part of the same nature that the animals and the plants and all of life is a part of. So during this period that feels dead or life is standing still is actually an incredible opportunity to ready ourselves for when we're opened up again, for when life comes back to a new normal. It will never be the same as it was before, as it never is from one moment to the next. Life is always changing. That's part of it. But if we use this time to reflect, to go within, and kind of take for me, it's been a time to really look, what is it that I've been doing in my life that really wasn't necessary? What is it in my life that I've always wanted to do that I'm now finding the time to do, like playing my guitar? I've been playing guitar and writing songs, and I haven't done it in years. And it's been this whole new, renewed aspect of something I've always wanted to do. So I imagine for you too, it's like that this has brought to mind things that I should be doing or I could be doing or that I really want to be doing that I haven't been doing. And it's bringing it to mind. So I want to just remind you that when all this is over, right now you're planting the seeds for your new life, for this new era of your life. And we're all collectively planting the seeds for a whole new era of our lives collectively. And where do we want to create that from? Do we want to create that from fear, or do we want to create that from love and inspiration? So once we gain, as all of you who are listening to this have the curiosity and the interest to know, how am I creating my own experience? The more we understand that, the more we're able to tap into this inspiration, this creativity, to create a new life from here forward. So I'm going to give you a link at the end of this short blog. This time I'm going to cut my blog a little bit short, because my dear friends Brudy and Jules Kennard have made a beautiful 10-minute video animation on what are the three principles. And it's an extraordinarily clear, simple, entertaining summary of a lifetime of work, of experience of all of us who've been involved in bringing these principles to the planet Earth through all different avenues. And I think you'll find it really interesting, really helpful. So I want to leave you with their video. And I encourage you to click on it and watch it at your leisure. And if you have any comments about it, please write me. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next month.